Today's reading is from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 8, verses 16 to 18. Jesus said to his disciples, "No one lights a lamp to cover it with a bowl or put it under a bed. No, he puts it on a lampstand so that people may see the light when they come in. But nothing is hidden, but it will be made clear. Nothing secret, but it will be made known and brought to light. So take care how you hear. For anyone who has will be given more. From anyone who has not, even what he thinks he has will be taken away." In my career as a producer, I've seen in many occasions when we present the first time a client sees a cut and edit, we call it the offline cut. The idea of the offline cut is for the client to approve the flow of the story, the flow of a certain commercial, a certain edit. Nothing else is there. There is no effects, there's no finesse in it. It's just to see whether as a cut it works, whether the story is being able to be told in that cut. Only when the client approves it will we start putting effects on it, because if we start putting effects on it and then the client adjusts the cut, it's a lot more work. So that's called an offline cut before we go into the second stage, which is called an online cut. In many instances, for the offline cut, we put a piece of music that we pick up from anywhere because we just want to tell the client, look, it works or it doesn't work. And this piece of music normally is an existing piece, a copyrighted piece, before we compose a specific piece for that piece of music, for the piece of edit. And once the client sees it and he likes the edit, he gets locked into the music that he cannot change. Whatever piece of music he put after it, he will not like it. And that's a scenario that we've faced many, many times. So we've stopped doing that now. When we try to put something that is now, with the advancement of libraries music, or what we call stock music, we straight away put the stock music that we like because this has been such a problem. The point is that when somebody falls in love with something for the first time, there is a romance associated in his mind or her mind that it's hard to change something after that. No element should change. If not, the romance is lost. It is like that with us. If we notice when people get very locked into the religion, they get very defensive even if logic doesn't prevail in an argument. They get very defensive because they have been brought up in a certain religion. This is true for any firsts, generally any first. Your first love may be your first association. Now, in the Bible, Jesus talks about putting a light. When you have a light, you put it on a pedestal. Then he relates that to when you hear something, you must be able to hear it well, hear everything well. So the only association I can have with the light and hearing is that at that time they were used to what the Pharisees were teaching. The people of Jesus' time were used to what the Pharisees were teaching, and they had a romantic relationship with this. They romanticized the teachings of the Pharisees that they couldn't change when Jesus came and brought the good news. He changed the dogma of the religion at that time. The lesson for us is that we shouldn't get too attached to our beliefs or anything at all. we should challenge the convention. It is hard to challenge convention because we have a romantic relationship with the convention. All the more reason that we should challenge any convention. Religion can be challenged. Don't be afraid of questioning. God is not going to get angry with you for questioning religion. The more you question, the deeper your faith gets, if the answers are logical. The problem with a lot of people today, especially I notice priests and pastors, is they don't like to be questioned because half the time they don't know what the answers. But if they are able to give you the answers, I think your faith will be even deeper and stronger and more rooted. So I think the lesson today is challenge convention. Don't be in love with your what you have been taught from young. Things change, ideas change, knowledge changes. So we have to adapt and adjust and adopt. It's my thought for today. Have a good evening.